10 referral partners that can send agents, real estate agents, clients every month. Guys, you do not want to miss this. And I've got some cool bonuses that are really nice for you at the very end. So make sure you stick around to everything. All right, let's get into it. So this one is very important. A lot of agents don't do this and don't have this. They don't have partners that are feeding them clients or opportunities every month or every couple months, every quarter, right? Every six or every year. And you need to build those relationships and understand what type you need to go after, right? And how to develop those as well as give them value, right? So most clients, when they think referrals, I have a feeling most people think of past clients. Yes, those are great and absolutely on those different topic, but you want to do an event, you want to stay with up to date with those guys every quarterly, and maybe your top 10% each month, and those will work. And then and host two events per year, and you will get referrals. Okay, I've seen this work, implement playbook. It works really well, but those are great, but there's other opportunities, and you need to be building relationships with professionals who regularly meet with people before they need a real estate agent. This is the key. So that upstream approach is going to be especially powerful with lenders, financial professionals, attorneys, and insurance agents, things like that. So let's just start with the first one that I would definitely target: mortgage loan officers. Usually it's the other way around, right? Usually they're reaching out to as many agents as possible and trying to get us to use the loans with them. And of course, they benefit greatly from having a lot of agents, that they're partnering with, and I totally get it. And here's why it's powerful the other way, right? They're constantly encountering people that are needing to get pre-approved, refinancing, relocating, investing, or wonder whether they're ready to purchase. So if they're going out in their best efforts to do this, right? Well, who do we want? Well, it's not just about finding a lender, right? We want someone that's active, relationship driven loan officers who want to grow with you. So we're really looking for partners. And a thing that I would say, if they're either established or what are they doing every single week to find new people? Okay. That's something that I want someone that is hustling, not necessarily to find just more uh, real estate agents. Okay. I want someone that's got something in place, is very active on social. That's another way that you can reach out to find that we can be working together and building that is expanding their reach all the time. Okay. And is hustling. I do not want someone that's sitting there and not doing anything, right? They probably already have established people. They're not just going to let you come in there. I'm not saying you can't if you're powerful enough, sure. But I'd rather have someone that's up and coming and a few different partners as we can explain that, hey, we need to have several different options for them. So we can find, I would recommend at least two to three that are going all out in this area. And what you want to give them is buyer introductions, social media exposure, joint first time buyer events, open house opportunities, educational, especially if you're doing like if you're not getting my free and paid coaching because there's different seminar and webinar events that you want to do that you want to be bringing some of these guys out to you. This will absolutely help. So very easy, and I'm going to give you a great thing at the end that you could say, but this one's just, hey, I'm putting together a small group of professionals I constantly recommend to clients, right, in my network. Um, and I'd love to learn more about your business. See if there's an opportunity to help each other. So identify people that are active socially, or you see them uh, constantly posting. Maybe they have a great YouTube channel, whatever it is. But these are the ones, and I would say three to five, not 50. Really focus in on those so that we can give them value as well. Okay, but that's number one. Identify those and pick ones that are hustling and want to grow and continue to build and are looking, they really truly think they'll do a great job and a great partnership. Okay, number two, it's another one. Man, I used to get calls all the time when I worked in the insurance space. So insurance agents, and nearly every homeowner needs insurance. So this creates a natural overlap between insurance agent database and yours. So insurance professionals may hear about moves, new purchases, rentals, investment properties, and major life changes. I remember there was a particular agent. She always was trying to get me to come work for her. And she, at this time, was putting out billboards and active. And it was a time where it was kind of hard. Like the industry was definitely slower, but she was crushing it. And she every week was doing basically a webinar to help people if they were like upside down in their home and try to get them out and do this. And she said, oh, she gets like a couple clients every single week. I was like, oh my God, because she was always sending us business, right, to write up their policies and things like that. Now, she was absolute hustler, and I, of course, would try to help her get when I saw people come in, and I would refer out to her because I knew what a great job, and she was so caring about people. I loved it, right? So I was trying to feed her because she was bringing a lot to us as well, right? But she was active, she was getting after it. So the opportunity has become the real estate resource. They think of when a client says, "Hey, we're probably moving next year." Okay, that's where you want that agent, right? And I same thing, 3 to 5 recommending you, but same type of thing. They're very solid. They've got activity. They're growing. They're looking to expand and continue to do better. And you can always send your buyers to them for insurance quotes when appropriate. But if you don't have those, go get those right now. At least three. Okay, all of these minimum standard three, but I like 3 to 5 because some rotate out. Okay, number three, this one is another great referral source. Man, this would give, I remember getting opportunities, seemed like every single month. So a divorce family law attorney. Okay, this is one of the most overlooked referral relationships. Divorce can create multiple real estate needs, one household, potential home sale, potentially two future purchases. So family law professionals may encounter housing decisions before an agent ever becomes involved, and they should position you as, hey, sending me your divorce clients. Instead, they'd like to use you as a resource when one of your clients need unbiased information about their real estate options, right? So, real estate options during divorce. This is the person that I strongly recommend. It gives something useful to provide clients. And I'm going to tell you what, when I reached out, I would say, hey, listen, I'm going to work very hard to get you business as well. But if you can just give me one chance, give me the low one. Give me the small one. Give me the one that the other agents don't want. And I will show you the difference when they work with me as far as the follow-up, the updates, right? The referrals, everything that I can possibly do to do outstanding for it. I will. Once we got those opportunities, this is another kind of secret, right? So when you do really well for an attorney, okay, um, or that family law, right, attorney, kind of that divorce specialist. Now they start sending you more and more. So take the low one, and you got to reach out, right? You got to hustle. You can meet them at different events or whatever, um, you know, Chamber of Commerce if you're meeting or anywhere you can. But I would just reach out to them as well. And here's the thing: you just want the one when they have no one that wants it or no one's available. That's when I want my opportunity. That's how I try to position it. I just need one. I just need a chance to show you. This is powerful because another thing I didn't know, we got two or other attorneys from this one attorney. They were talking about, oh, do you have an agent that does a great job, right? And they mentioned us, right, to the two other ones. Now all of a sudden, they talk their small circle of their friends, right? When they reach out, it was crazy. So now we're getting a lot of these opportunities because we did a great job, right, on those. Okay, so if you don't have one, like it's too hard, just reach out. Look, is there any way that you can help them? Okay, bring them some referral clients once you get to know them. They'll look to reciprocate over time, care about them and what their needs are, and try to do a good job. But this one is really, really good. Okay, same thing with estate planning and probate attorneys. Another one when someone, number four, inherits. And before we get into it, please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you like the comments. Hopefully, there's at least one that you can go out there and take actionable um, advice and then put it into action and get someone, right? Reach out, make 3 calls to someone on this list about just at least meeting and talking, all right, of how you can bring value to them. So, estate planning and probate attorney, and then make sure you get into paid and the paid coaching group, the free coaching group links are below. Promise you that accountability is going to help you tremendously. And I'll just reach out. I'll tell you exactly the next step you need to do. Okay, so if someone inherits home, estates, probates, these are real estate decisions. Families may need help determining if they should sell the property, keep it, rent it, what's the value, buy out an heir, prepare it for sale, determine its market value, right? I had a family member that passed away, and we went through all of these things, right? And it seems like a few times, and these are really important steps. And sometimes you're not in an emotional state to kind of like deal with all of these easily. You're going through the grief. I mean, for those of you who've gone through this, you know what I'm talking about. It's like you need that person to really help out. And agents are so helpful in these situations because it's just hard to think about all that. When you have an expert, someone that cares and gets it, it can be all the difference in the world. And you want to position yourself and really truly become that with the estate plannings and probate attorneys. So same thing, reach out to three, look how you can give value. What are they looking for, right? What are their concerns uh, for agents? And you just want to be in that backup position in case someone's not responsive or you need someone just one chance, right? And then continue to offer value to them while you're doing it. So, of course, you can always provide the clients with a complimentary property consultation, market analysis, absolutely no pressure to list. So you put that on the table and make sure that it's taken off, and it will be much easier. Okay, number five. It's another great one, right? Guys, I hope this is helpful for you, right? I know we're always thinking past clients. I did too. I thought that at first. I didn't really even think about all these things until it started building up. Okay, CPAs and tax professionals. Another one that is massively underutilized. So CPAs work with investors, business owners, high income households, landlords, people selling assets, people receiving inheritance, people considering investment properties. Of course, you want to start with yours if you have them. You reach out and you just simply say, hey, I'd love to be able to help. Not necessarily do you know anyone that's buying or selling, but even something as simple as, hey, what real estate questions that your clients constantly ask you for help that I can answer. Okay, now you're solving a problem. The other thing is inviting them in on an expert for a particular thing, right? Where they can be your resource, right? If someone has those questions, you can have them one of the three people that you refer. Okay, it's a great one. Same thing with financial advisors and wealth managers, right? You never know when a client is downsizing, buying vacation homes, rental properties, inherited some real estate, moving wealth in and out of real estate. So financial advisors are very valuable. They're involved in major financial decisions, a lot of times before the transaction begins. So become their real estate consultant, not the agent that's constantly looking for referrals. Always seek to give value and truly care. Even if we don't get anything back, it's okay. Truly care about people and look for ways to help. But these are other things that you can build up and have your go-tos. Like I said, I'll start with three. Okay, this is another one that I would run into as I would call and go through. I would always run into property managers, right? And this could become incredible investor pipeline. So property managers regularly communicate with landlords, and landlords eventually say, hey, I'm tired of dealing with this property. What are they going to do? They might want another property, right? Both are opportunities. And you can reciprocate. Clients that want, to want you to have a property manager partner, right, for someone that maybe in their current house they want to rent it. So this is another great trade so that you can help them with. So property managers are consistently identified as complementary referral category in real estate home ecosystem. So definitely want to have your three property managers. If you don't have them, start reaching out. Look for ways that you can help and serve them. Okay, number eight. This is another one where you can get a list. This could be a long list. Okay, this could be 30 just from this list. And let's start with just 10, 8 to 10, but contractors, remodelers, home service pros. These are people that can be your go-to, and you want to have 3 to 5 really good ones. Let's start with three. That when someone moves in, you're giving them a preferred list of vendors that you know that you've worked with, that are honest, that are trustworthy, that do a great job. And if you don't have them, that's okay. Start to build them up, right? Because inspection reports you're going to run in where you need things repaired. You're going to have to start reaching out, but you should be doing this anyway. So general contractors, right, would be the first ones that could be on the list in no particular order, but on this list: roofers, HVAC, plumbers, electricians, painters, landscapers, restoration companies, and handymen. So these people are dealing with homes all day long. in homeowners talk. We'll be fixing this because we're selling. Boom. That can immediately give you an opportunity where they're reaching out to you, right? Uh, Sometimes they're remodeling before they put it on a market. They're probably moving, they're inheriting the house, maybe they want to fix it up. And hey, you should talk to my real estate person. That's what we want the contractor partner to be saying. They're a natural owner of that referral ecosystem. So you want to reach out because people are going to be asking routinely for repairs, improvements, inspections, and other home services. So make these an absolute part. Even if you just start building up one a week and you start reaching out to a few of them, talking and tell them that you're looking to expand and you really want great people you can recommend. Build those relationships, right? Okay, number nine, another good one for those that know it. HR professionals and corporate relocation contacts. This is where you can really, really boom. I have several coaching clients that absolutely crushed it in this regard. And they reach out. Who does this? Same thing, right? You start to build your name, your reputation, and you get opportunities. When usually someone drops the ball, then you get it. So imagine becoming the person a company calls when they hire someone relocating your market. It is so great just to get that coming in. So one great relationship can produce multiple clients at one. This is so true. So you have the HR managers, the recruiters, staffing agencies, corporate relocation specialists, large local employers you can be reaching out, hospitals, universities, growing companies. Okay. Make a list, start to find out who's in charge, start to build relationships and how you can help them, right? What resources can you do if someone has a question that you're available to help? Because they don't always have all the answers. Sometimes that person's not available. But just to know that they can have that, and you can easily create a nice moving to your city relocation guide. This can also be YouTube content that you can create about these different situations of why people are moving in, which is all awesome. But it gives the HR department something generally useful to send a new employee. Keep this updated and then be reaching out. You can send this to them, and they're going to start to see that you're cut above the other agents that aren't doing these kind of things. This is absolutely powerful, right? Make sure you are doing this. Okay. And then, of course, number 10, other real estate agents. I see this almost every single day, or at least every couple of days in my Facebook group. I see constantly people reaching out that do not have referral partners in the area because they're putting it out there. Okay. So you want to become, right, the biggest referral category for sure, other agents. So you want to build relationships with agents outside of your markets. Look for first at where are they moving in from? What are your feeder markets? Okay, in other states, Canada, other brokerages, at your brokerage, competing ones, coaching groups, right? I just referred business to one of my coaching clients who love doing that, conventions, Facebook groups, and your YouTube audiences. People, believe it or not, other agents, they see you have a really successful YouTube channel, right? Or, Facebook presence or social media presence. They want to refer you. They see you all the time, right? So, don't be afraid to reach out, right, in different areas. And at least for me, I would start to really build those relationships in different areas, especially the feeding ones. Okay. So I think these were some great things, right, that you can do. But I'm going to give you a special kind of bonus here that's going to help. So this, and I'll go into greater detail, jump into free group, and pay it all, and you can get all the scripts and the different questions I ask. But the basic concept that I like is you want to introduce your network to them, and they're introducing their network to you for that month. Okay, so you pick someone that you think is going to be a good fit, right? And you're kind of doing a database swap. So I'll give you all the different the scripts and things that I have, but you want to introduce them, right? Reach out and say, hey, I'd love for blah blah blah. Now you could have a call to action for them of whatever you want. I'll give you some samples in there. But the whole concept is each month you're introducing your network to someone, and they're introducing, right? You're introducing them to you and you to them. And it works really well because now you're gonna get that introduction, and you're gonna have people reaching out. And if you have a good call to action with something of value that you're offering, and the same thing for them. Now think about that. If you're rotating this every month with someone that it's trusted, that you really like, here's a new person, right? Now they're part of your referral network. Imagine how powerful that is because you're starting to expand it. Okay, so hopefully that's a great concept. Hopefully, I'm glad you stayed to the end. If you like that one, right, make sure you put a big like and a subscribe and put that down there. I really hope these will work as well as they have for me and continue for other people. So make sure you jump in the free coaching group and paid and subscribe to the channel. This one's a great rewatch it so you can get all the stuff in it, and I'll put the bonuses in those other communities that I have. All right, thank you guys so much. Use this. This one really, really works. Okay, so it's not just what you think. There's so many options here that you can and start to build and cultivate and get those. They will literally be coming in every month once you have this tuned up, and it's crazy how many opportunities there are, and so many people don't do it. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next one.